We're in Salt Lake City at the Toyota Landcruiser Heritage Museum with the all-new 2024 redesign, the return of the Landcruiser back in America. Let's get into it. There are 3 new Landcruisers coming to America. Well, should I say 3 trim levels. Outside, I showed you guys the 1958, the base level, which is gonna start around the mid-50s. Well, that's about $30,000 less than the old Landcruiser 200 series that went off of sale in America in 2021. So we have this brand new Heritage blue color with the two-tone white roof. Gosh, look at that two-tone orange and white roof. I'd love to see a little yellow action in the future as well. Maybe Toyota, if you're listening, you know they're gonna do special editions of this thing in the years to come. And speaking of which, there will be a first edition. This is not the first edition. This is just the standard Landcruiser guise that we have here. The mid-trim, you could say. The first 5,000 units for the first 2 months of production will be the first edition. This is what you're gonna see after that. Now the first edition will have the circular headlights like we see in the 1958. This being the standard Landcruiser trim has the more up-to-date horizontal rectangular headlights, which I have to say they look really, really good here. I like this little honeycomb design that we have going on underneath, daytime running light at top. Let me know down below, guys, would you want the 1958 or should I say the first edition with the Heritage circular headlights? Or do you like this more futuristic, squinty-eyed look? I think they both look great. I'll see you guys battle it out down below. The multi-terrain monitor here, which also known as 360 camera, but it's located much lower to the ground so you guys get a better look. We also have this aluminum skid plate under here as well as tow hooks if you need those when you're doing your off-roading. This one can come with 20-inch wheels, at least according to the press release. This is sitting on 18-inch wheels, but these trail tires are a little bit meatier. They're thicker than the one outside. The one outside at 245 width. This trim, the Landcruiser trim, as well as the first edition, has 265 with tires. We have 8.7 inches of ground clearance here, and man, I really like this Heritage blue. It's kind of like a robin's egg blue or a sky blue. It's a little bit different compared to, let's say, the Cavalry blue that is currently in the Toyota lineup. We have glossy black handles here as well as glossy black side mirrors. Gotta like that two-tone roof with the glossy black stripe on the A-pillar and D-pillar kind of segmenting that two-tone. We also have roof rails on this model, which I don't remember seeing on that 1958 edition. So let's get to the back. Landcruiser, glossy black, just like the 1958. We also have these standard taillights, which are the same on the base model as well. On the base model, this was kind of matted out. We kind of have that nice glossy black here, more upscale for sure. And I think this was a matte black down here at the bottom on the 1958, where here it's kind of like that sparkly gray. iForce Max, so the Landcruiser is no longer a V8 in America. It's turbo hybrid 4-cylinder. We'll pop the hood here in a little bit, but there's no non-hybrid option here. Hybrid only Landcruiser in America. Now you can pop the glass here, just like the Lexus GX. From the back, you can really see the narrow nature of the new Landcruiser based off the Prado. It's about 4 inches narrower than the old 200 series. And this one actually has an automated liftgate compared to the 1958 outside, which is manual. Go figure. We also have lights shining down on the license plate, which I don't think was on the base model. Now we also have that Java interior. I haven't taken a look actually at this car at all yet, so I can't wait to see what that Java interior is like. And also standard back here is 2,400 watts of continuous power. That's awesome to see for the standard hybrid here. And you can get this standard on the 1958 model as well. We have lots of cargo space back here. No 3-row Landcruisers, at least for America at this point in time, unless you get the Lexus GX counterpart to this. Oh, and check this out. There's also USBs back here. I don't think those will, I mean, it's possible those can make it to production, but they were definitely not in the 1958, and these are where they're at, if I remember right, in the Lexus GX as well. So let's go ahead and close this automated liftgate. I don't know if I mentioned that the spare tires under there, you can tow 6,000 pounds. So let's go ahead and get under the hood and talk about this iForce Max powertrain. You know, it's gonna be very familiar if you watched my Tacoma videos out in Hawaii when they revealed the Tacoma. It's the exact same setup. So underneath the hood, we have a 2.4 liter turbo 4-cylinder mated to an electric motor around 48 horsepower and almost 200 pound-feet of torque from that electric motor alone, and then mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. We don't know fuel economy yet, but we do have horsepower at 326 horsepower 465 pound-feet of torque, which leaves the old V8 in the dust in terms of torque, and it should leave it in the dust in terms of efficiency. So stay tuned for efficiency and driving impressions later. I cannot fire the engine on for you guys, but I can get on the inside and give you a tour. Oh, one small difference here I just noticed. This has the rigid LED lights. The 1958 outside had the standard LED lights. So these are customizable, and we also have parking sensors here on the front. Let's get in the back seat first and check this out. We have leather. Now, leatherette is standard, or you could say Softex, but you can get the premium package, which is going to add leather, and this feels excellent. Won't be surprised if this is the same sort of leather quality we see in the Lexus GX as well. We have the JBL audio sound system in here, was a part of the premium package. I believe it's 14 speakers, and we have soft touch on this back door panel compared to the 1958, which was all hard touch, industrial, very rugged. This has some luxury to it, absolutely. So we have this large running board here, helps us get in, as well as this bar right here on the B pillar there. And we're gonna keep that door open just to leave a little bit of light in here. That premium package also gives us a sunroof. If you want a panel roof, I believe that's only gonna be on the Lexus GX. So we have map pockets on each side. We have climate control, customizable for the back seat. Landcruiser stamped on this little trim piece, which is great. 2 USB-Cs here in addition to those additional USB-Cs in the way back. And we have a 12 volt there as well. A couple cup holders, and I have great headroom back here, great leg room. And I just want to get into that front seat, turn on the accessories, and see what kind of upscale amenities we have compared to the model I saw outside. All-weather format here with a Landcruiser badge there on the side, and this is all soft touch here compared to the hard touch. We actually have memory seat, and we have power seats compared to the manual seats in the 1958. Oh my gosh, guys, thigh extension? Check that out. I'm all about that. If you're over 6 feet tall, or you just have freakishly long legs, you know what I'm talking about with the thigh extension. All right, let's go ahead and get on the inside of this Java color. Now, there are no light interior colors at this point in time. If you want a light interior color, there really in the Lexus GX aren't that many either, but that's a different conversation. Let's go ahead, not fire it up because I'm not allowed to fire it up, but I can turn on the accessories. And we have a fully digital 12-inch screen here. On the 1958, it was just a smaller 8-inch screen. And we have the option, ooh, this looks really nice though, the full width here, the 12-inch screen. We saw a 14-inch screen, the Lexus GX. This is just a little bit squished up, which I'm okay with because I have manual control over the climate. No, I don't have rotary dials for easy fan, but check this out. This is my fan control right here. Super simple. It also comes on up here to let me know what's going on. Heated and ventilated seats. Heated seats are standard, as well as heated steering wheel, even on the 1958. We have that trail cam, which actually is going to let us pull up. And we also have 3 USBs up here, so that's a total of 7 USBs in here. Here's your wireless charger, which this is just empty on the 1958. A couple cup holders, and this plastic around here is a little bit more upscale, higher quality plastic compared to the 1958. Multi-train select, and you also have downhill ascent control, center locking diff, rear locking diff. So this little button here is new, as far as I'm aware, for a Toyota vehicle. This is the sway bar disconnect button. I've never seen it before. I was a little dumbfounded in the video because it was very foreign to me. I knew the vehicle had sway bar disconnect. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together until I was doing the post content. Now, this is important because the sway bar disconnect was not in the 1958 and it won't be available in the 1958. So the SDM button or sway bar disconnect is only in the Landcruiser as well as the first edition. And then of course your switch for 4 high, 4 low. Very simple, easy to understand, and the proximity to the shifter. I like the controls in here quite a bit. All right, onto the steering wheel. The steering wheel has a little glossy finish down here. We also have, this is going to be a part of the traffic jam assist on the Toyota Safety 3.0. Gotta love the big chunkiness here. And this is also that kind of silver sparkly trim here, as well as paddle shifters. I didn't notice the paddle shifters on the 1958. They could have been there, but they feel very Lexus-like. Volume control here, I can control the 12-inch screen and customize it with this little D-pad here. And then there's your radar cruise control, lane keep assist. I love everything about this steering wheel. Everything in here is very, very functional, intuitive. I even have this little bar here to help pull me in. A little JBL speaker. On the A-pillar, I like the striations here that kind of match the screen bezel on the 1958, these horizontal pieces. We also have a digital rearview mirror, which it looks like I'm in the woods, but if you look behind me, it's actually just a, you know, it's a big, like, mega screen. I mentioned the sunroof here on the premium package as well, and I love these side mirrors. I love the verticality of them, blind spot monitor here, as well as heated circular vents. Air is actually pushing through them right now. Here's your fog light control, your AC 120 volt for the back, trailer control. Lifting this up, there's a little bit of cloth in there to keep the key or your belongings from rattling around. I don't see a light in there to illuminate. I wonder if the Lexus GX has that, but comfort in here feels great. I feel really tall. It feels a lot, to be honest, it feels a lot like the Lexus GX 460 in terms of the width, the height, how high I'm sitting off the road, the command that I have. I can't wait to drive this. This will go on sale this spring. So stay tuned. I will be driving the Lexus GX probably a little bit before. We're supposed to be getting that winter of 2024, early 2024. Oh man, just the small things. Like, I love the volume knob. Right off the steering wheel, look at, I know it's the world's smallest volume knob, but it's right off the steering wheel. How functional can that be? Love it. All right, gotta shut it down there with the new Toyota Landcruiser. I can't wait to drive, that's all I can say. And I'll see you guys down below on which trim level you think you would be getting. Would you be getting this one with the horizontal lights, the more upscale leatherette or leather interior if you go for the premium package, or be going for the 1958 model with the circular lights? Or are you gonna be one of those few who are gonna try to scrap for the first 5,000 models for the first 2 months with that first edition? I'll see you guys down below. Smash the heck out of the like button for the new Landcruiser. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.